That's better sometimes. I just come pick it up.
Yeah, they don't see it.
Now you got an extra one. You don't ever have enough, like the masks. If we could please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Good morning, everyone. All righty. Pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Good morning, everyone. It is September 24th, 2021, 10 a.m. Do we have any person that wants to appear before the court at this time to speak regarding any issue that's not on the agenda?
Good morning, Judge.
Morning, Sheriff.
Morning.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Good morning. Just want to inform you that we've got 57 inmates, 5 females. Want to also inform you that our interdiction program was able to pick up or confiscate $191,000 this week on the traffic stop that occurred on 281. Also want to let you know that I met with Coastal Plains MHMR, and they're willing to pay another $700 on a monthly basis on our jail diversion program, utilizing our office once or twice a month. Here at the Sheriff's Office will be the first office to your left as you come into the training center. We're also meeting with the Jumbos County Committee Fair members, and we are ready for a plan on the safety issues and concerning traffic control. We've had 2 meetings with Mr. Jim Timrack, so we're getting ready to do that. And also wanted to inform you of the new app is going to be going on online live in the next 2 weeks. It's an app that'll be able for the citizens to utilize, giving out tips regarding crime or any information. Also, our cattle program. You can go into Google or go to Apple and tap into that information and get all the information you need from Jumbos County Sheriff's Office. That'll be up in 2 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks.
Thank you, Sheriff, very much for all that and the fair and working with them and all them folks. Appreciate your people working hard on that.
We also this morning met with Sheriff Brooks County, and of course with our interdiction program that we have in Sheriff's Coalition. We awarded $60,582 to the Sheriff of Brooks County on another case that we have.
Okay, thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you, Judge. We have,
Thank you, Commissioners, Judge.
we have one person, Crystal Munoz, who would like to speak about item number 15. And she'd rather talk now than.
Okay, rather speak.
Yeah.
Ma'am, you may come to the podium.
I believe she has a handout for.
Okay, you may give the handout if you'd like out here to us. Thank you. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. My name is Crystal Munoz. I came a few months ago in regards to an old public county road to be reopened and be placed on the county maps. I have 3 children, one who has a heart condition and one with a disability. My daughter's medication has been left on County Road 426 and left in very high grass. Also, so emergency personnel can have access into the property, and so the county can help maintain the road. There is also a gate blocking this road that will need to be removed, so anyone who comes down this road won't have any issues. Thank you.
Ma'am, we will address and look at this, and we'll get back to you. We have your information on here, correct?
Yes.
All your contact information?
Yes.
Mr.
We do have it, okay.
Gonzalez. Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
Thank you. You have a good day.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, ma'am. Anyone else at this time that would
Judge,
like?
I got something to say. I know you received an email, Judge, from the TxDOT on those 2 bridges that are supposed to be, they're up for
Renewal
to
yes.
get done. They actually qualify for the funding. And one of them's Tranquitas Creek, and the other one is St. Andreas Creek. They're on County Road 440. They both qualify. They're under the supervision of the TxDOT, I believe. So they came up. And so we got those emails, and it's, one of them's 39,200, it would be our part, and the other one's 40,180, or we can do it in kind. So they're asking us to put it up on the agenda as soon as possible to get the, what's it called? We gotta do the,
The
sorry?
resolution, the resolution.
the resolution, there you go. So we could get it on as soon as possible. They won't take effect till about 2024, but he said, I talked to him yesterday, he said if we can put it on there, he can push it up a little bit further. as
Mr.
soon as
Lucio, you
possible.
speak to
Yes,
Mr. Lucio?
no, Mr. Bosques in Corpus.
Oh, okay.
And he said that he would move it up as much as possible. He realized that they were pretty damaged already, so you can see a lot of the rebar on them. So
Yeah.
that's-
Okay.
we'll-
Commissioner, most of it will be in kind?
Yes, I told him that more likely it would be in kind.
Yeah, they had come by and visited sometime before and to go and do an
So
inspection.
he said for us to just put it on there and send it to him. And those are the only two for now in Jimos County, but he was gonna double check to make sure there wasn't any other ones. I know Mr. Garcia said he has one.
Okay.
I had one too,
Yeah.
but I don't know why they said, because it's a pretty big bridge. The one that's real old over there on 170 and it's falling apart.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
the 18-wheelers use it to
He
haul
said that
water.
they do the county roads every every 2 years, and they do them on the odd year. They inspect them, and they put them up for qualifications, and there's gotta be certain damage, and they'll go through them. But that's why I asked him if there was any more that we had in the county, and he said he was gonna double check. But as of now, those were the ones that qualified.
I'm sure they're gonna send a report
Yeah.
of the work that's needed,
So-
what they're gonna provide.
I'm gonna see if we can get it done for the next agenda, put it on the agenda.
Be great. These are
Yeah.
decades-old buildings or bridges. And
Yes, they are.
they've been deteriorating for some time, yeah, so may as well do it and get it done now. Okay. Anybody else, any announcements or?
So on item 15, Judge, are we going to table it or?
We were gonna discuss it on item
Oh,
15.
so when we come back?
Oh, we get
Oh,
to that, right. We just wanted to speak before,
Okay.
give her part.
Mhm.
Okay, agenda item number 4, discuss and consider approving minutes from the previous meeting.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
A motion and a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Agenda item number 5, consideration and approval of offer to purchase tax sale property suit number 0303-12852B, Fremont Independent School District, Jimos County, City of Fremont, and Brush Country Groundwater Conservation District versus Gus Denny et al., account number 12350696000, lots 3, 4, 5, and 6, block 113, City of Fremont, Jimos County, Texas.
Just, can I speak a little bit on this right here?
Sure.
I actually had an individual approach me about this property here, and she was disappointed in the way the deal works. So I kind of touched base with Lineberger on it and to see how the process works. And it's all pretty interesting. We're actually the last ones, the county, to put it on the agenda to approve it when somebody's already made a bid. And it's items that haven't been sold through auction, and these people can make a bid on it. So if somebody makes a bid on it and anybody else wants to, they'll bring them in and they can bid on each other right there in front of the office. Because the Lineberger, who actually trying to do is trying to raise as much money from the property they can, so they can put it back on tax roll. So that was lady was kind of upset at the way it worked. I said, well, if they're making it, they're trying to get as much money for it, so even if we were not to approve it, it'll go back for bidding. So if we feel that it's not enough money, we can deny it, but
They
it's
have a
pretty
certain
interesting.
Amount of time before
Yeah.
they can reclaim it.
Yeah, so it was pretty interesting the way it works.
It's like about the 2-year period before
Yeah.
they can reclaim their,
Just
but in the
wanna-
meantime, we're not in charge of the process, that's just. the
Yeah,
way
no,
straight up.
it's through.
When somebody
Lineberger.
buys a property like this, I think they have up to 2 years
years.
to reclaim.
You have to
So
pay
it's
the
very important that they don't do
improvements and
any
all.
major repairs.
Right, improvements and stuff.
So anyway, that's my
Just
understanding.
want to voice that opinion there.
Alrighty, okay, so the offer to purchase tax sale property suit number 031252B, which I've already read over, and see the offer has been made by Elizabeth Garza, P.O. Box 1538, Fremont, Texas, in the amount of $4,100 for the purchase of tax sale property owned and trust by the Jim Wells County Taxing Authorities as a result of the property's failure to sell the tax sale on the courthouse steps for the entire amount of delinquent taxes and costs owed. Okay,
Did we vote on the first one?
No, we're still making a motion.
We're
All
still-
we need to make a motion.
Okay, I make a motion to approve.
the offer that's as stated, to accept the offer like that?
Yes. Yes, as stated,
Okay,
I second the motion.
have a motion on the floor in a second.
So, was there a problem with the amount? or
No,
something?
it was just, actually, there was a second lady was bidding on it, and it was just a simple deal where she felt it wasn't worth that much, blah, 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 blah. And she had started at 1,700, where this lady came in at 4,100. So she didn't feel comfortable the way it was done, but it's a fair deal where they bring you in, they call you and say, okay,
Sure,
put the bids.
it's a bid.
So it's a process that they followed, and, it is what it is.
And we wanted to raise as much money to be able to cover
Yeah.
the
The
back
taxes?
taxes.
And even, like I said, if we denied it right now, it goes back, because we would feel like, oh, we want more money for
Yeah,
it.
but we don't want to.
But you don't want to do that, because
That's-
you want to put it in the tax roll as fast as you want,
Yeah.
as soon as possible.
Okay, so I have a motion on the floor in a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Okay, motion passes, as stated. Agenda item number 6, consideration and approval of offer to purchase tax sale property suit number 408-13376B, Palito Blanco Independent School District versus Johnny Zamora Jr. Account number 1255002600200.137 acre, more or less, being a portion of block 44. Collard, Dudley, Stahl Peters, and Muick subdivision to Scotts Ranch, Jim Wells County, Texas. And there's been an offer made in the amount of $6,300 for the purchase of the tax sale property.
I'll make a motion to approve, Judge, with the,
Okay, I have a
Presented.
motion on the floor as stated by, purchase was made, the offer was made by Christopher Lee Gonzalez. So I have a motion on the floor for 6,300. In a second, all those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, and all those opposed? Motion passes. Discuss and consider budget amendment request by County Judge Juan Rodriguez Jr. to transfer 25,000 from line item 12-510-573 equipment to line item 12-409-499-50 autopsy.
Judge, Commissioners Court, I have looked at the budget request and approved the budget request. It's a good request.
I'll make a, motion to approve,
Okay,
as
To
presented.
approve.
before we approve this, yeah, these autopsies, which we're gonna try to minimize, they've been more than usual, so
Yes.
the costs have been,
I guess it has to do with the COVID or something that we have had a lot of autopsies done
Yeah.
recently.
some of these, they're unnecessary, but we're gonna try to address that because it's getting costlier, and some of these are pretty obvious, but some of our officials out there, we're gonna get on, have a meeting so we can cut that autopsy cost down. Okay, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion passes. Agenda item number 8, discuss and consider budget amendment request from County Clerk J.C. Pettis III to transfer 1,760 from line item 12-403-427 Conference Associations to line item 12-403-573 equipment.
Judge, Commissioners Court, I have looked at the budget request and approved the request. It's a viable request.
I make a motion to,
A second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion passes. Agenda item number 9, consider and approve budget amendment request by Commissioner Precinct 4, Huicho Gonzalez, to transfer a total of $11,365 from following accounts: 1,000 from account 24-624-332, cleaning supplies 4,565 from account 24-624-4615, contract labor repairs 800 from account number 24-624-580, building improvements 5,000 from account 24-624-577, motor vehicles to account 24-624-354-10, repair parts.
Judge, Commissioners Court, I have looked over the budget request made by Commissioner Gonzalez and approve of the request.
Motion to approve.
I second the motion.
I have motion in the second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion carries. Agenda item number 10, discuss and consider amending Jim Wells County Sheriff's budget by moving $7,000 from this thing here. From 12,563.30 gasoline to 12, 560, 354 batteries, tires, lubes to bring the account current.
Judge, Commissioners Court, I have looked over the request by the Sheriff's Department, and it's a good request.
I make a motion to,
Second.
I have a motion and a second on the floor. All those in favor say aye.
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 And all those opposed? Motion passes. Agenda item number 11, presentation by Sheriff Bueno of the proposed 2021 federal forfeiture fund.
I believe, Judge and Commissioners, you all have a copy of that. That is our proposed budget for 2021 federal forfeiture fund. That's our presentation on there. I think you have a copy of that.
Sure, got it. Everybody review it? Everybody's good with it? The budget? Total 740,000, 443.
Okay. That's the next one.
That's
The
next
first one is gonna be Fund 54. The first one, I believe, is Fund 54, the federal forfeiture.
Mhm.
And I believe the Fund 53, which is the sheriff's forfeiture, will be the next one coming up. Is that correct, Louis?
That is correct.
Okay, so we're moving on to agenda number 12, is that correct? Discuss, consider, and adopt 2021 state forfeiture fund for the Jim Wells County Sheriff's Office. Agenda item number 12.
And the reason it has to be considered or adopted is because of the raise of the 3%.
Commissioners?
And that one needs to be taken into consideration because of the 3% that we give our employees from the state forfeiture fund.
If they weren't doing that, y'all would just go ahead and hear the
It's just,
presentation. Since they are using monies to pay some of the
From the
employees that
forfeiture.
already are employees at that 3%, you all have to adopt what they have. And you all have to vote on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's, we have to adopt this 21 forfeiture fund, so. Commissioners, any questions before I make a motion here?
No.
I move that we accept the agenda item as stated.
I second.
And second, all those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion passes. Move on to agenda item number 13. Discuss and consider resolution to allow the Jim Wells County Sheriff's Office to apply for and receive grant funding for the upcoming 2021-2022 Operation Border Star funding on grant 2996507. Okay.
On that one, Judge and Commissioners, we were awarded $100,000 for next year.
Okay,
Make a motion to approve item as presented, Judge.
okay,
I'll second the motion.
motion on the floor and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion passes, and I'll read the resolution, the submission of the Border Prosecution Grant Application Grant Number 2996507. Whereas the Jim Wells County Commissioners Court finds it in the best interest of the citizens of Jim Wells County that the local Border Star grant be operated for the September 1st, 2021 to August 31st, 2022 term. Whereas the Jim Wells County Commissioners Court agrees that in the event of loss or misuse of Office of Governor funds, local Border Star Security Grant, also known as Border Star, assures that the funds will be returned to the Office of the Governor in full. Whereas the Jim Wells County Commissioners Court designates the Jim Wells County Judge as the grantee's authorized official, and the authorized official is hereby given the authority to apply for, accept, reject, alter, or terminate the grant on behalf of Jim Wells County. Now therefore be resolved that Jim Wells County Commissioners Court approves submission of grant application for local Border Star Security Grant, also known as Border Star, to the Office of the Governor, adopted on this 24th day of September 2021. Okay, do we?
Judge, what's the normal, Sheriff, what's the normal amount that they grant you?
We used to receive 80,000, and now it's gone up to 100,000. And as years go by, because there's even been cases where other counties do not spend their money, and they award it to us. So there's a form and an application that we submit that we can utilize those monies for this county. So maybe next year or the following year it'll be more. It just depends on what's available to us and the performances that we are able to report every week to the federal government.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're also, on another note, want to let you know that we'll be looking at another grant, but it's available to us for the Lone Star grant that just came out this week. That's over $100 million allotted to law enforcement. But we'll be looking at it and present it to you later on.
Thank you very much, Sheriff.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Judge and Commissioners.
Sir.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 14, consider and take action to adopt a resolution to designate the Jim Wells County Auditor as the financial officer for the Indigent Defense Formula Grant Program and to designate the Jim Wells County Judge as authorized official to apply for, accept, decline, modify, or cancel the grant application for the Indigent Defense Formula Grant Program.
This is brought before Commissioners Court every year. It's the same policy resolution, so we can apply for indigent defense funds.
All righty.
Make a motion to approve item number 14 is presented, Judge.
Have a motion
I
and
second.
a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes, whereas under the provisions of the Texas Government Code, section 79.037 of the Texas Administrative Code, chapter 173, counties are eligible to receive grants from the Texas Indigent Defense Commission to provide improvements in indigent defense services in the county. And whereas the grant program will assist the county in the implementation and the improvement of the indigent criminal defense services in the county. Whereas the Jim Wells County Commissioners Court has agreed that in the event of loss or misuse of funds, Jim Wells County Commissioners assures that the funds will be returned in full to the Texas Indigent Defense Commission. Now therefore be it resolved in order that the county judge of this county is designated as the authorized official to apply for, accept, decline, modify, or cancel the grant application for the Indigent Defense Formula Grant Program and all other necessary documents to accept said grant. And said, be it further resolved that the county auditor is designated as the financial officer for this grant, adopted this 24th day of September. Okay.
I make a motion to approve. It's already been approved.
Second. Yeah, we've got that approved. Agenda item number 15. Consider and take action to adopt and designate New County Road 4261 beginning at a point on County Road 426 at its intersection, which the southwest corner of 10-acre tract owned by Maximo Perez Jr. and Rosaura Perez, PID number 1156082100000, and extending east approximately 650 feet more or less.
Judge, this lady just came in here, Crystal Munoz, and spoke about this road here. This road, actually, she presented us with some proof of that it was a county road back in the day, and for whatever reason, it was closed down. And she has a daughter that's in medical needs and stuff like that. And it requires the ambulance, and it's required the deliveries of medication to go in there. And when they purchased this property up in the front, they put a gate on there. So she provided us with the information stating that that was a county road. And Catherine over here with the 911 addressing provided us also with a map that actually that road would go all the way around. But the request that we're doing is just to be able to go in. Right now, the road would just go into her property, which is about 650 feet. And
From where the gate is?
from the County Road 426 heading east into her property. And the issue's been with the gate there. And in Fremont, to be honest with you guys, there's a lot of properties that have gates for whatever reason. And I've spoke to Mr. Guerra, and of course, it's illegal. And so that road right now is not within our maps, but she's provided the information stating that that was a county road. And for whatever reason, until somebody else came in and said, we shut the gate in the front. So she's requesting us to take the road over back again and reopen it, so that way she can have her access to her property without a gate on there. And that's what she's requesting. And I've discussed this with Mr. Guerra, and
Commissioners, the only issue, Commissioner Gonzalez, were you able to get your foreman to go and take the measurements of the width?
No, but I did get with Catherine, and the measurements on their map that the former 911 addressee presented was 650 feet. Am I correct? 60? 660 feet. So it was just 10 feet difference.
Okay, and the width? Is it a 20-foot, 30-foot?
We have a width on it, Mr. Guerra. I don't have that information with me right now, but I know there's fence there's a fence on both sides of the property would be the roadway.
Okay.
And did you say that it was closed at some time? But not on paper?
It was actually, it was never, I guess it was closed, never adopted here per se, but the road was there. She was using it.
Mhm.
And somebody bought the property in the front and fenced it and put a gate on it. And she said, you can't put a gate, that's a county road. And the man came and put a gate on there. So she's saying you can't have a gate. And then she's, for the most part, right. But she's just trying to say and then what I was trying to tell her is we don't have it in our county maps. But she's presenting information to us saying this is what it was. It was a county road, but we never, I guess, when we did the maps, back then, it was never put on the map. So I've discussed this with 911, Catherine, and we have a number for it. So she's requesting just to go ahead and reopen it, pretty much like we did the last one down 415 and 419 the last time, where people had closed the road, but it was closed at the wrong area. So it's just information, I guess, that was never brought up in here until somebody buys a property and finds out, surveys, that's my property, I'm closing it. Well, wait a minute, there's somebody living back there and there's a road. So, but she got a lawyer and the lawyer presented the information saying that it was a county road.
It says something here about 20 feet wide, at a strip of ground 20 feet wide, so we'll review this and go over it, so we can make a decision and look at this carefully, so we can determine who else it's affecting and whether it was abandoned or why it's not maintained.
Mr. Guerra, do you want to add anything else?
It's not on our maps. It may have been a county road at one time, but back whenever we hired Allison and Bass to do the entire county map system, it wasn't included on there. So there is some language about it being a private easement as well, but this would clarify that if the county wants to take over responsibility, then it would go back on our maps. And it would probably have, by the way, the county road report, it's due at the end of this month, at the end of September. And so whenever we do this, that has to be included. Any additions or deletions have to be included on there.
And that's who Bass is handling that for us?
No, I think each individual, I think there's a form, Commissioner Ventura, do you remember who's got that form? It's just to kind of inventory all the roads in your precinct. It's supposed to be done every September.
Right. Well, there's a list of the county roads that belong to the county.
Right.
But, that's, other than that, I think there was about 10 years ago that when
JC's got it. I think it was in 06 that they did that.
you're right, they came in and then we adopted all the county roads at that
Correct.
time.
But the one that would submit that report was Florentino. And
Well, no, this was done by a private entity. Later came in and added some but really a private entity about 10 years ago adopted all the county roads. We even had a problem with Ms. Garcia over there on Bimble area. Remember when she put a fence up and it became a big deal.
Do you have a number?
Because we were gonna adopt her road.
Okay, so this road is not officially on our map, county, there doesn't exist. County
Not in
Road
our
426. Current
map,
map.
but
So it was overlooked, or it was just abandoned?
apparently it was overlooked.
Dated Bass
Catherine,
analysis.
can you help me on this one? When you found the map from Sam, what did it say?
Okay, so the map that I found from the former Addison Corner, Sam Sanchez, it just was the drawing of the road, and it had the measurements of every point, when it turned. And so it showed that the County Road 426 would turn east and go east at the point towards Miss Munoz's property, and then it went north, and then it went back towards the west to reconnect with County Road 426. But unfortunately, there was not a date on that map.
Okay. But we'll look into it, do some more research. Thank you, Catherine, for all
Okay.
your help and
Yes, sir.
appreciate that. We'll figure it out so we can get to it, and if we need to, we'll still have to look at this a little more carefully to make sure it was overlooked and then the dimensions and the width and all that stuff somewhere gotta be. And then we'll move on that later on. So as far as any action right now to adopt anything, we can't move on that until we get the right.
You want me to make a motion to table this item for now?
Motion to table, second.
I have a motion and a second on the floor to table this agenda item. Motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? This agenda item is tabled. We'll come back and do some research and look back at that and get back to Mrs. What was the name of the lady?
Crystal.
Ms. Crystal. So we can get that straight. Okay, agenda item number 16, discuss and consider adoption of 2022 Jim Wells County budget. Commissioners, any discussion or any questions regarding our adopted budget, the 2022? Before we no discussion, any comments? Cindy, we're good?
Does this require a record vote or just a tax rate issue?
Yes, the number 16 does, they all require a record vote, so I emailed all the information for review, so unless there's any questions.
That's why I asked, open it up if there's any questions or any,
I can give you, I have the verbiage that needs to.
that we need to read out. Yes, ma'am.
The budget for number 16?
Yes, to
What's
adopt the
verbiage?
budget.
Is it,
Would it just be to adopt the budget, or you have a verbiage for it?
I have the verbiage.
language we have to
so
read out.
If y'all are okay with the reviewed budget that was sent yesterday, I can give you the.
Okay, Cindy, thank you.
This is
Right,
17 is the.
okay. All right, commissioners, no discussions before we proceed to adopt this budget, anybody? Okay, so I move to adopt the budget, which will raise more total property taxes than last year's budget by $455,919, or 2.88%, and that amount, $212,857, is tax revenue to be raised from new property added to the tax roll this year. All right, commissioners.
I make a motion to adopt.
Is it a record or no?
The motion.
Record vote.
I already made the
Second it.
motion already, so
I'll second the motion.
we have a second. And all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is it a record, aye?
Commissioners, yes.
Aye.
Get a record vote?
Record eyes.
Huh?
I need a record
Precinct
vote.
2, aye.
You gotta call everybody individually, Judge, for the record vote.
Precinct 1,
Aye.
Commissioner Precinct 2,
Aye.
Commissioner Precinct 3,
Aye.
Commissioner Precinct 4,
Aye.
and for the record, my vote is aye. All those in favor say aye on the motion that we had. Right, we had a motion already, so
Well, that was the aye.
that was it. So this motion and this budget is adopted for the 2022 calendar year. Okay, is that good enough, Mr. Guerra, for the
Yes,
record?
sir. Yes, sir. That was good. Just to get everybody on the record.
All
And I
righty.
don't know, ask Cindy, I think we have to do that on at least one more, maybe two
That's right.
more.
I have another one on 17.
Yes, on the next two,
I got it.
The tax rate and then the ratification.
correct.
Agenda item number 17, discuss, consider setting the 2021. Actually, is that correct? Setting the 2021 tax rate
Correct.
for Jim Wells County?
Yes,
2021?
yes, because we
It
adopt
starts
the
in
budget, but
October,
the
right?
taxes is always current year.
Our fiscal year, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gets-
No, we're assessing the tax on this calendar year, but we're using it next year.
Correct.
Applying it for next year, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Any member of the court, any discussion regarding this? Anybody could make a motion on this?
I make a motion to consider
Second.
setting the 2021 tax rate for Jim Wells County.
Okay, all right, in a second. So, the language has to be read correctly. So I'm gonna move the property tax order be the following. To set the tax rate and Cindy, anything else that we need to add to
Yeah,
this?
you have to read the order.
Order.
It's behind it.
If they leave the order. Oh, here it is. I'm sorry. It was attached to the back of the page here. On this 24th day, whereas the commissioners, let's see. Whereas the Commissioners Court of Jimos County, Texas had considered the matter and deemed it appropriate to set the Jimos County tax rate at 787,581 .787581 per $100 valuation. Now therefore be it ordered, judged and decreed by the Commissioners Court of Jimos County that the tax rate for 2021 to be set at 787,581 millionth .787581 per $100 valuation, which is the effective 0.203% increase in tax rate. The tax revenue for the same to be allocated on the following basis: 60.7571 cents of said 78.7581 cents to the county general fund, 0.619556 for maintenance and operations, and 0.011985 for debt service. 49105 cents, 0.049105 to the special road fund for maintenance and operations, and the remaining 1.06935 cents of said 0.787581% per $100 valuation for flood and lateral road fund and maintenance and operations, for a total tax rate of 787,581 millionths cents per $100 valuation. This tax rate will raise more taxes for maintenance and operation than last year's tax rate. Okay, the above order read, and it was moved and seconded. Have we moved already and seconded?
That's where, well,
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so at that time, do we have to do a record vote here?
Record vote.
Okay, Commissioner Precinct 1,
Make a motion to approve. I vote yes.
we vote yes. Commissioner Precinct 2,
Yes.
Commissioner Precinct 3,
Yes.
Commissioner Precinct 4.
Yes.
Okay, so this has been adopted at this time. All right, folks, anybody else have any questions? Cindy, I think we got everything we needed at this time. So that's been adopted. We're gonna move on to agenda item number 18, discuss and consider ratifying the property tax reflected in the 2022 budget. Okay. Commissioners, do we have any questions, any comments on this before we proceed?
Ratifying the property tax.
Any questions? Cindy? Everything's the same, right? Everything's in order?
correct.
Okay, I move that we approve and consider and ratify the property tax reflected in the 2022 budget. That's my motion.
I'll second the motion.
Any questions, Commissioner? Any discussion before we vote? All those in favor say aye,
Aye.
Aye.
and all those opposed?
Cindy, how about that one? Does that need a record vote?
No.
Um,
Does it? To ratify it?
yes,
let's
go
do-
ahead.
let's
Yes,
do it
go ahead and
anyway.
record vote.
Okay, just for, okay. So then let's just go ahead and do it. Commissioner Precinct 1,
Aye.
Commissioner Precinct 2,
Yes.
Commissioner Precinct 3,
Yes.
Commissioner Precinct 4.
Yes.
All righty, then this property tax rate has been ratified for Jimos County, the tax rate. All righty. I think we're done there. Okay, so we're gonna move on to agenda item number 19, discuss and consider.
Can I make 3 points on the
Yes.
budget, Judge?
Yes, Commissioner.
You know, first point would be that we had no change in revenue. And we continue to do a great job managing our budgets. In most cases, everybody comes under budget, which creates a surplus to address any unexpected expenses. And another thing I'd like to say is that our debt service, it's only 200,000, which basically tells you that we have no liability. We don't owe millions of dollars.
Right.
And third, we have like 7 months of operating costs. The state only requires 3. So that tells you that we have a very healthy reserves. So thanks to all our elected officials, I'd like to thank them, department heads, everybody, all our employees that continue to do a great job in hard times. Our budget hasn't improved, but we continue to maintain a healthy county. So I'd like to thank everybody.
Yes, sir, Commissioner. Thank you for that comment.
And I would just like to reiterate what he said, that we have everybody looking at their budgets, everybody's being conscious of that, everything is working out, and we do have a healthier fund balance than we had 5 years ago or whatever. And so we are moving forward. It is looking better, but we still need to be cautious and, as to how we're spending this. But I appreciate everybody keeping within their budgets.
And I appreciate you also, Cindy, and your hard work, Noe,
Everyone involved in keeping this
everybody
straight.
that, is involved.
And yeah, considering the crisis and everything we've been through, we still are in pretty good shape considering our neighbors and our peers and everyone else. So for some reason, we've been blessed and fortunate to keep functioning at this rate, at this high level. They asked us what the secret. I says, I don't know. Everybody's working together here well. What are y'all doing with your budgets? Our neighbors and everyone else? I said, well, I don't know, but we do.
I'd just like to say, we have a very conservative elected
Commissioners.
officials
Yeah.
that continue to struggle
Yes,
to maintain their budgets.
we'll be making more improvements and adjusting and streamlining everything as we go along. Everybody should. Okay, well, good. Thanks, everyone, again. Thank you, Commissioner, for that comment, for opening that up. Excellent. Agenda item number 19, discuss and consider approving treasurer's report.
I make a motion to approve.
A second.
I have a motion on the floor and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Agenda item number 20, discuss and consider approving county auditor's report.
Commissioners Court, the first thing I'm gonna go over is the sales tax monthly report for August of 2021. Net payment for August of 2021 was $198,869.73. At this time last year, we did collect $248,033.28 for a net change of minus 19.87. For the year, we have collected current payments of $1,692,343.48. At this time last year, we had collected $1,913,964.27, for a difference of $221,620.79. The next one is going to be the auditor's monthly report. This is for the month ending August of 2021. Our revenue general fund, we have collected 93%. Overall, total revenue, we have collected 91%. On the expenditures, everybody is listed, everybody has a percentage as to their expenditure. We should be at 67%, or should not be, but that is the cutoff at this time. And I just want you to know, like what Commissioner Garcia said, you can see where the general fund is at 60% expenditure, and overall, we're at 58. We're at 58, and like I say, the boundary should be 67, no more than 67. So we have a 9% variance to the positive. And again, this goes back to how we have been saving money and collecting money that goes back into the bank account at the end of the year, just like Ventura said. But everything, like I said, if anybody's above that and wants to check, just give us a call, we'll go over it. But I appreciate everybody keeping an eye on the budget.
We can't say enough about our employees, they go the extra mile for us.
No, it's been doing real good. They've been doing real good. But thank you all.
Thank you, Noe. Okay. Any motions on there?
Oh, I make
Got
a
us to
motion to
approve.
approve.
We have a motion on the floor to approve.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Noe, again. Agenda item number 21, consider approving payroll and bills submitted by county auditor with the exemption of Fund 52, 53, and 54.
I make a motion to approve the payroll and bills for the exception of Fund 52, 53, and 54.
Second.
And I have a second.
Thank you.
All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed? I move we adjourn this meeting. I have a second.
I second.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you, everyone. This meeting is adjourned. Y'all have a great day.